What is up, everybody? It is the VG Prodigy here, and I have a lot of very exciting news for everybody. I am going to be going over the live stream that Wildcard did, their Survive the Ark Twitch channel, a couple hours ago. Actually, going to be hitting the highlights, the main things, the things that stood out, just so you know, you guys can get the gist of what is going down. So many things I saw. I am hyped for so many things. Aberration in general is just one big hype. So let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so first thing, this is super exciting, you guys. S Plus the mod on PC is going to become an official update on all platforms. I'm super hyped for double doors. I'm super hyped for all of the new stuff that's going to be working with fences, allowing you to connect separate grids on water pipes, all of that crazy stuff that S Plus offers. I am super hyped to implement that. I love making aesthetically pleasing bases in this game, and oh man, this is like my cocaine, and I am super glad that they started off with that. I am super excited for the glass tier stuff, all of that. Oh man, I am hyped. I am hyped. S Plus, you guys, S Plus. Alright, so let's start off with the first real sneak peek into the Aberration map. It's a really beautiful map, to be completely honest with you. I love the whole cave thing. It appeals to me so much. I liked the house, the kind of the sample house that they built. I love the rock drake is what they decided to call it. That new quote unquote wyvern that can turn invisible and hover, how it was just clawed on to the side of the house. And oh man, that alone, that rock drake is, I want it. I want all of them. If you can breed them, I'm gonna breed them all, and I'm gonna get all of the mutations. Anyway, the environment is super cool. They did mention something that although it's underground, so you're not gonna have too many temperature differences than, like, for example, rain. They did add some new things to accommodate for that, such as earthquakes, which you should be seeing soon, if not now. They said that one thing that's really cool is that it'll bring things from the surface that we're not able to get to down below, like crystals and like gems and metal will fall down from the sky. So that's a good way of getting metal, maybe very early game or so. That's super neat. One thing I did notice that they didn't talk about in this stream was a new tech item. Is like the tech not a time machine, but it's like a tech bed almost. You log off inside of it, and it keeps you safe from enemy players. So if someone raids your base, it's going to be harder for them to get to your body, and you can go lay into it to make yourself hydrated and refill your hunger. So that is super awesome. So one new thing was the hazmat suit. So you can go up to those. They basically remind me of Aberration's oil spots that Ragnarok and Scorched Earth has, where you put the oil pumps. I think it looks like you put like a certain kind of pump to harvest a different kind of material there, but you need a hazmat suit in order to get there because of I guess radiation. I don't know what they call it, just to keep you safe. Now, one super cool thing is they did something very different with all of the original dinos. Not all of them. You can't transfer all of them in. Like, you know, flyers are disabled on Aberration, if you didn't know that already. But they, for example, Listros, these are all confirmed, by the way. They're all in the stream. Coals, Listros, Titan Boas, Megalosauruses, Parasaurs, Stegos. There's an aberrant version of these, as you should be seeing about right now. Aberration is underground. It's in the dark. It's in like a cave system, basically. So when it's nighttime, it is nighttime. And one way that they did is to make some of the OG dinos aberrant versions. So in those night times, they glow in the dark just a little bit to make finding your dino a little bit easier. And it's cool. I like the idea. They kind of look like they're on fire. It just kind of gives off the vibe of, like, you know, animals are evolving to accommodate into the environment that they're placed in, which is super awesome in my opinion. Now let's move on to a lot of people's favorite, the Bulb Dog, the very famous Bulb Dog. When they were talking about this, it was a super freaking awesome idea. It's like the video game Don't Starve, where if it's nighttime and you don't have any light around you, you are going to get attacked by, you know, creatures of the night. And bulb dogs are a way to combat that because you pet them and they give off a light. There's a certain kind of hostile, aggressive animal in this game called the Nameless. It's just basically kind of like a glowing monkey. It's crazy. They come in packs, and if you travel around at night in the dark without a bulb dog or a source of light, then they will come out and attack you. So that light protects you from the Nameless, which is super awesome. And also what they did is they introduced a new kind of element. Like there are going to be a lot that come out with Aberration, but one is called Charge. It is something that you legit collect and you give to lights to your bulb dog to give it charge and have a light. It's super neat. It's a super neat concept and I like it a lot. So moving on with the wingsuit and the climbing gear, they worked a little different than how I expect. You actually, it seems like you get like a little bit of a thrust when you use it, when you use the wingsuit. So that's cool. So it's not necessarily a glide, but you do get a little bit of a push, which it's good to note. You know, you want to, if you're gonna go into official servers, you kind of want to master that ASAP, because people who learn it quicker than you are going to get the upper hand. One fun fact to note is that climbing gear and the wingsuit can also be used simultaneously. So you could just completely boost into like the opposite mountain and just climb up that. So that is a very good thing to note, especially if you play in PvP. So you can totally just, you know, be like a ninja, just flying across the map and just climbing up and flying across, and you know, that just brings up a bunch of whole new tactical things. And if there's one thing that I really love doing is like tactical raids. It's super awesome. Now let's go ahead and look at the very famous rock drake. This thing is freaking awesome. Like I said, Aberration, they have disabled flyers. Now the thing is, these don't exactly fly, but they do a little glide. It's kind of like the wingsuit. They kind of have a little boost and they glide, and they're like the Megalanias. They can just climb on almost, it seems like anything. I didn't see them climb upside down, but I'm assuming that they can. These things apparently hunt, because they're the Nameless that I talked about, the things that'll attack you if it's nighttime and you don't have a light. But it's kind of like the leader of the Nameless, those giant dinosaurs you saw in the trailer. I don't know what their name are. I think they're called the Reapers. Rock drakes apparently react differently when they face those things. Like, they made it seem like they enjoy, like they hunt the Reapers. So that's really cool. So if you want to go hunt those things, it seems like you want a rock drake or two with you. But what seemed really cool about this is their stealth. That's one thing that obviously set them apart. These are almost kind of like a new breed of wyverns, is what it reminded me of, like Aberration's wyvern. Hopefully you can breed these things, because I want to do mutations. If not, it's probably for a very good reason. Kind of like, you know, we can't breed wyverns and griffins for a reason, because they're already kind of really strong. We don't need to be breeding for some mutations. But one thing that they did note when I was watching the stream was that it would be very scary when you're just, you know, walking around the map and a rock drake will just be there invisible and just pop out of nowhere and just start attacking you. So you also have to watch out for things that you can't see, which makes it kind of puts you in the feel that you're even lower on the food chain, you know what I mean? So that's one really big thing to look out for. It probably isn't a surprise to most of you. It wasn't a surprise to me, I have to say this, but Aberration was delayed. I'm looking at this Aberration and it is absolutely beautiful. If anything, I think they should, you know, take their time, polish it up, and I'm completely happy with them, you know, taking their time, making it good for us. So, you know, that's completely fine by me. So that is it, guys. That goes over everything that the main points that were talked about in the live stream. It is super awesome. It hyped it up, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So thank you all so much for watching. If there was something in this video that over the stream that really stood out for you, that you're excited for, you know, just tell me, put it down in the comments. What are you most excited for? Is it the S Plus? What is it in Aberration? Any specific dino? Is it the aberrant dinos? Any sort of gear? Stuff like that. Thank you all so very much for watching. That subscribe button helps me out so very much, and so does a like. This is the VG Prodigy, and I will see you all next time.